been a year and a half. It doesn't feel like it's been a year and a half. Technically it's been a bit longer, but as I said, it doesn't feel that long ago, which is crazy. I started recording these videos back in early 2024, I think around April to May-ish time, maybe March, something like that. But it's now 2026, January 2026 to be specific, and a lot has happened, but it doesn't feel like that long ago. I wish I never stopped recording, and I don't even have a reason for why I did. I stopped after my granddad passed, but there wasn't an inherent reason for me to stop. It wasn't like I was going through something that caused me to stop. I just kind of stopped, once I came back home after my granddad sadly passed. I just kind of stopped, and that's one of my biggest regrets for the last year and a half. And over the last 6 months, I've kind of had in the back of my mind every now and then, maybe I should start recording again, maybe I should. And recently I've decided, you know what, I've got nothing to lose, I might as well. So I'm going to start recording again, just give updates about my life. So I'm going to give a brief recap over the last year and a half. Very, very short. I want to keep this video under a few minutes. I've said in my old videos, I'm pretty sure, that this is all unscripted. I've literally set up my camera, which is a proper camera. I'm not using my phone. I've got a phone right here, which is my phone, my main phone. I bought a camera and a microphone for this, and I have no reason to. I don't need it. I've got a pretty decent phone, which is good enough for recording, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it serious. I'm going to start recording. I'll treat myself to a decent microphone and a decent camera, which all in all is about £500, but I got it for £300 buying it second hand on eBay, and I got a pretty good deal on it. But anyway, referring back to my initial point, I guess, not point, but what I was initially saying, just to recap the last year and a half. After I stopped recording, I started working at a call center. I recorded the first few days, I'm pretty sure, during training, but never continued posting, of course, after that period. Worked there for a few months, horrible place. During that time I started trading Forex, and I'm not one of those people that just hop onto different things every other week and just follow trends, but that was one of the more trendy things that I've tried to do in my life. And I quit that job because it was horrendous, and I started trading full time. I was actually doing really well. I had a profitable month in November 2024, so a little over a year ago now, and I think my net gain for that month was 500, but my net gain for Forex overall is, I think, at a small loss. And then January, so about 3 months after I quit in October, which is actually 2 months later, I started working at another call center that I worked in for about 6 months, from January all the way to June. Great place, met a lot of nice people. Stopped trading because I worked a lot, but that started my my investment portfolio. When I worked at my other place, I didn't really invest or save too much, but whereas that job I saved a lot of money, all the way to June, and I left abruptly. I had no intention of leaving. I was planning on leaving within the next following months, once I had a better job lined up, but I left abruptly because I had family issues, and I had to leave. Basically, without going into too much detail, I now live with my gran and my aunt, my disabled aunt, 300 miles away from my mum. And again, without going into too much detail, it's very tough, but I guess it's life, and I've got to keep moving forward. I lived in Stirling, which is about 400 miles away from where I am now, which I'm not going to mention, but it's just outside of London. And now I work security temporarily with family, and we'll see where it goes. I remember mentioning in my old videos that I had a goal of reaching like a 5-figure investment portfolio and such, and I've done that, alhamdulillah. I've got a decent chunk of change for a 19-year-old, I guess. A lot of 19-year-olds have a lot of money, that's the thing. I was actually thinking about this the other day. When you're young, and when I say young, I mean like working age young, between 18 and 21, let's say, you end up having a lot of money because you have no responsibility, you have no rent, you have nothing. You end up stacking a lot of money. And then once you get responsibilities, you move into your own place, uni ends, so on and so forth. You've also had bad habits because you've been making a lot of money and you've been able to invest a lot of it. And then you've also been able to spend recklessly because you're making enough money to support yourself already. And yeah, once you lose that comfort, your bad habits start compounding. I wouldn't say maybe not compounding, but it shows a lot more because you have a lot less. What is the word? There's a technical term I'm missing. Disposable income. There we go. You have a lot less disposable income, so you're dipping into your funds that are set aside for rent or taking money from your investments. And by the time you're 25, 26, 27, pushing your 30s, you're broke again. You have, hypothetically speaking, 30 grand when you're 22, and now you're in debt at 30. Make that make sense? It doesn't add up. But yeah. And I don't want to end up being those kind of people. I don't want to end up being that person. So I'm trying to develop good habits. I'm making a good amount of money right now. The most money I've ever made in my life. I'm not going to go into specifics, at least not yet. But I currently have a goal of reaching, I'm just going to say it, 50k by the end of 2027. So start of 2026, so I have the entirety of this year and the entirety of next year, and with good investment choices, good compounding due to those investments, and just me being able to deposit a good amount of money, I should be able to hit that goal. But again, I don't want to be working for the rest of my life, so my priorities right now is to develop skills. The thing is, I work 7 days a week, extremely long hours. So it's very hard, it's very difficult to find time to do anything. And you might even notice now, I don't even look muscular. I have no muscle. I'm leaner, but no muscle at all. But I'm not where I want to be, of course. I want to be leaner, and I want to put all the muscle that I've lost back on and more. So I think a goal for this year, even though I don't really like setting exact goals, is, of course, make as much money as possible, but getting to a better physical shape, develop more discipline, and develop a lot more new skills. It's very, very basic, I guess, but I don't really know exactly where I want to take my life. So I just want to build a good base, a good foundation. So when I do find what I want to do in the future, I'm a lot more prepared. And yeah, I mean, I think this is all I really can say for now. My life has been very boring over the last year and a half, to be honest. Very hectic in the last 6 months due to everything that's happened regarding my family and all the family issues. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just made me a better person. I'm currently learning how to drive as well. Hopefully, I'll pass my test soon enough. I'm planning on booking it for around March, and I hope I pass first time. The main issue is I'm a bit hesitant when I'm driving, and I overthink a lot when I'm driving, which is definitely something I need to fix. Just all around in life in general, and yeah, it's flooded my driving. But yeah, eventful year and a half. At the same time, it's been boring. I regret not uploading. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. I don't think I'm missing anything. But yeah, I mean, it's very awkward recording, talking to yourself, and you end up talking really weird. I'm always umming and erring, and saying yeah to like end the sentence and stuff like that. It's very unnatural. I keep looking around instead of looking at the camera. But yeah, I should get better at that in the next coming videos. I'll try post. I don't think I'm going to post every day, to be honest, because I don't want to put a burden of trying to post every day. I feel like it's not a healthy habit. I'm just going to post on a whim, so every couple of days, but it will be at least every week. just to summarize the week, summarize the day. If I have a very eventful day and I want to vent, I guess, I'll record a video and I'll upload it for the one view I may possibly get. But I think this channel will do it better because I now live right outside of London instead of living up in Scotland, so that will get me a boost of viewership. But really and truly, I don't even really want views. I kind of want to keep this channel quiet. It's just to for me to look at in a couple of years' time. But yeah, it's been good speaking to myself. And yeah, this microphone is sick, by the way. I'm gassed. Anyway, yeah. Okay, it's getting a bit awkward now. Alright, bye.